The Street Historian Premium Storytelling Experience. The first luxury product line specifically designed for old-school mob history addicts, replay gang historians, neighborhood storytellers, and people emotionally incapable of hearing the name Gotti without immediately pausing life to listen. Tired of fake internet gangsters renting Lamborghinis for thumbnails? Sick of motivational influencers explaining alpha mindset from apartments with LED lights and unpaid rent? Then you need the Street Historian, now with enhanced neighborhood memory, old school conversation energy, premium cigar lounge atmosphere, and enough espresso-fueled storytelling power to argue mafia history until sunrise. Every Street Historian package includes old neighborhood espresso. Tastes like Brooklyn in 1987. Card games in the back room, and somebody saying, "Let me tell you what really happened." Replay gang cigars. Perfect for nodding silently during live streams while pretending you personally witnessed half the stories being discussed. Digital social club membership. Includes unlimited late-night mob conversations, emotional support history lessons, and the ability to say, "These kids today don't understand the old neighborhoods," at least 6 times a week. Side effects include randomly quoting mafia documentaries, becoming emotionally invested in 1970s union politics, yelling "that's not how the life worked" at television screens, and aggressively explaining RICO laws to confused relatives during dinner. Do not use if allergic to storytelling, emotionally unstable around old-school New York nostalgia, or currently pretending you were connected because your cousins sold knockoff DVDs in Queens. The Street Historian. Because the streets disappear, but the stories never do. Disclaimer. The following documentary contains mob history discussion, internet sociology, sarcasm, New York nostalgia, wise guy storytelling, dramatic narration, and enough old-school neighborhood energy to make somebody's uncle suddenly claim, "I knew 3 guys connected to Carmine personally." This documentary is intended for commentary, historical discussion, satire, analysis, and entertainment purposes only. No statements made throughout this production should be interpreted as criminal accusations, legal conclusions, or factual confirmation of organized crime activity beyond what has already been publicly documented, historically reported, litigated, written about, discussed in interviews, or covered through public media sources. This is YouTube, not a federal grand jury. Nobody's entering witness protection because Bambi said, "The streets remember different than the newspapers." Relax yourselves. Viewer discretion is advised, especially if you own multiple mafia documentaries on DVD. Believe every old guy from Brooklyn knew Castellano, or have ever paused a movie just to complain. Nah, they got the hierarchy all wrong. Now on with the show.
Pizzaverse Studios. in association with Palermo Productions. Present. Analyzing Evil. The Last Street Historian J.J. Lambon. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. America lost something. Not just factories, not just neighborhoods, not just old storefronts with faded awnings and men sitting outside smoking cigarettes arguing over baseball and politics. Conversation itself changed. The old world used to survive through storytelling. Stories told. In kitchens. In diners. In social clubs. In barber chairs. And outside corner stores under flickering streetlights. Stories passed from fathers, uncles, bartenders, retired cops, bookmakers, union guys, and neighborhood personalities who swore, "I ain't saying nothing, but let me tell you something." That culture built entire generations of memory. And organized crime mythology became part of it. Not because people admired violence, because mob stories represented power, loyalty, betrayal, survival, codes, family, ambition, fear, and the collapse of old urban America. That mythology never disappeared. The internet simply inherited it. And somewhere inside the chaos of modern YouTube exists a creator named J.J. Lambon. Through J.J. Lambon's The Mafia Stories, the atmosphere of old neighborhood storytelling survives digitally. Not polished Hollywood fantasy. Not TikTok cosplay wise guys renting luxury cars for thumbnails. Conversation. Street memory. Mob history. Neighborhood mythology. And honestly, that's why audiences connect with JJ's channel emotionally. Because his content doesn't feel corporate. It feels inherited. Like stories passed hand to hand across generations. Tonight, we break down why organized crime mythology still fascinates society, the psychology of nostalgia, internet street historians' replay gang, culture, neighborhood, storytelling, and why creators like J.J. Lambon matter in an increasingly artificial digital world. This is Analyzing Evil. The death of the old neighborhood. The old neighborhoods didn't vanish overnight. They faded slowly. First, the diners disappeared. Then the social clubs. Then the old men sitting outside disappeared. Then conversation itself became digital. That shift changed America psychologically. Because human beings need storytelling, identity, community, familiarity, ritual. And old neighborhoods naturally created all of those things. That's why organized crime stories became culturally immortal. They preserve memories of old Brooklyn, old Queens, old Jersey, old Philly, old Chicago. Not necessarily the violence, the atmosphere. That distinction matters. And creators like J.J. Lambon understand that instinctively. The digital street historian, there's a difference between content creators and cultural archivists. A huge difference. Most creators chase trends, outrage, algorithms, emotional reactions. But street historians preserve atmosphere. That's what JJ's content feels like. The stories aren't just information. They feel conversational. Like somebody remembering an older version of America before smartphones, social media, and modern internet performance culture swallowed everything whole. That energy matters. Because audiences today are starving for authenticity. Why mafia stories never die. The mafia genre survives every generation because it taps directly into human psychology. Hierarchy, loyalty, greed, power, masculinity, family, fear, betrayal. Those themes are timeless. That's why people still obsess over John Gotti, Roy DeMeo, Carlo Gambino, Lucky Luciano, and every neighborhood myth surrounding organized crime. Not because society necessarily admires criminals. Because mob stories feel Shakespearean. Kings, empires, traitors, downfalls, dynasties. Modern audiences are still emotionally drawn to mythology. The social club went online. The old social club didn't disappear. It became YouTube. That's the reality nobody talks about. Live streams replaced folding chairs. Replay gangs replaced regular customers. Comment sections replaced late-night conversations at diners. And creators like J.J. Lambon became neighborhood broadcasters, digital storytellers, internet social club personalities. That's why people replay these videos endlessly. Not always for facts. For atmosphere. For familiarity. For emotional comfort. The replay gang after dark. There's an entire hidden audience listening quietly at night. Truck drivers, night shift workers, people cleaning garages, older men smoking cigars outside, insomniacs, lonely people. That audience matters. Because mafia storytelling channels create emotional routine. The voice becomes familiar. The stories become ritual. And eventually, the creator stops feeling like a creator. Now they feel like part of somebody's nightly routine. Part of somebody's neighborhood memory. Part of somebody's emotional environment. That psychological connection runs deep. The authenticity test. Modern audiences can instantly sense fake energy now. That's why fake wise guy internet personalities collapse so quickly. People recognize performance immediately. J.J. Lambon's atmosphere works because it feels conversational, grounded, neighborhood-based, emotionally familiar, not overly manufactured. That's the hidden power of authenticity online. People don't trust Polish anymore. They trust presence. The danger of internet mythology. There's danger in mafia storytelling, too, because nostalgia softens reality. Real organized crime caused violence, addiction, extortion, fear, destroyed families, destroyed neighborhoods. That truth matters. But storytelling culture often separates mythology from reality. And the internet accelerates mythology faster than ever before. That tension exists inside all organized crime content online. The line between history, legend, entertainment, and fantasy.
The modern internet got a problem. Nobody listens anymore. Everybody's yelling, exposing somebody, starting live stream wars, or pretending they're alpha males while eating gas station beef jerky under LED lights. Meanwhile, the replay gang just wants good stories, real conversation, and somebody who remembers what the old neighborhood sounded like. That's why introducing the Replay Gang Radio, 24-hour neighborhood transmission system, the first luxury internet survival device specifically designed for mafia story addicts, late-night listeners, old-school conversationalists, and emotionally exhausted people trying to survive modern YouTube without throwing their phone into traffic. Tired of fake internet gangsters? Sick of creators screaming, "Bro, this changes everything," about absolutely nothing? Then tune into the Replay Gang Radio. Now with enhanced storytelling atmosphere, neighborhood memory restoration technology, anti-cringe internet protection, and enough late-night social club energy to heal your soul after reading YouTube comments. Every Replay Gang Radio comes equipped with backroom espresso dispensary, brewed fresh every time somebody says, "Let me tell you how it really happened." Social club static filters, scientifically designed to remove fake gurus, rented supercar motivation speeches, and emotionally unstable live stream debates. Digital street history archives, featuring old mob stories, neighborhood legends, conspiracy conversations, and at least one old guy insisting the newspapers lied about all of it. Side effects including staying awake until 4 a.m. listening to stories, aggressively correcting mafia movie inaccuracies, buying cigars you absolutely cannot afford, and referring to random live stream chats as the social club. Do not use if. Allergic to storytelling. Emotionally fragile around nostalgia. Or currently trying to become a mindset entrepreneur on TikTok. The Replay Gang Radio. Because the neighborhood never died, it just moved online.
The last of the old world. What creators like J.J. Lambon really preserve is atmosphere. A slower America. A conversational America. A neighborhood America. Before algorithms, viral outrage, and influencer culture replaced human interaction with performance. That's why audiences emotionally connect to this content. Because deep down, people miss the feeling of sitting around listening to stories from somebody who remembers the old world. The internet's memory keeper. Most online content disappears instantly. Consumed, forgotten, buried by the next algorithm cycle. But storytelling channels survive longer emotionally. Because stories become memory. And creators like J.J. Lambon function as digital oral historians, neighborhood memory keepers, cultural archivists of fading urban America. That role matters more than most people realize. The moral of this story: the world modernized, but human beings still crave stories, conversation, identity, community, and memory. That's why creators like J.J. Lambon matter. Because in an increasingly artificial internet, he preserves something becoming dangerously rare: authentic neighborhood storytelling. And maybe that's why mafia history culture never truly disappears. Not because audiences worship crime, because audiences miss human atmosphere. J.J. Lambon represents a fading internet archetype, the digital street historian. Not pretending to be Hollywood, not pretending to be an influencer. Just telling stories, preserving atmosphere, and keeping old neighborhood conversations alive online. And honestly, that energy probably survives longer than most algorithm-chasing creators ever will. Because eventually people stop searching for content. They start searching for voices that remind them of home. Subscribe to the Pizzaverse for more mafia history documentaries, internet psychology, organized crime mythology breakdowns, live stream culture analysis, parody commercials, true crime, digital sociology, and wise guy commentary from the Internet Social Club. And go support J.J. Lambon's The Mafia Stories for old-school storytelling, mob history conversation, and neighborhood atmosphere that still feels human. Special thanks to J.J. Lambon and everybody preserving storytelling culture online. Seriously. Modern internet culture became fast, performative, emotionally exhausting, and algorithmically hollow. But creators preserving conversation, history, personality, and atmosphere, that matters. To the replay gang, the cigar and coffee crowd, the old school listeners, the neighborhood history lovers, the night shift audience, the haters, the Tupperware bandits, and everybody who still misses the feeling of old conversations. We appreciate you. Stay sharp, stay authentic, and remember, the streets may change, but the stories stay forever.
What's going on, folks? JJ here. Got an interesting show for you today. Two Gambinos running amok. What's going on with the Gambinos? Y'all ready? Let's go. Sammy Gravano. Sammy Gravano, the past couple of weeks, has faced some serious allegations from Anna and Dom Sicali. Just last week, Anna did a live show in which she detailed a lot of things that she alleges Sammy has done. Now, I have to say alleged because no court case has been brought up. These are allegations already put out or put forth on YouTube. So we have to call it allegations until something is, some evidence is verified or submitted to the courts. So anyway, what is Sammy accused of? Well, Sammy has been accused of making a hostile work environment. He has been accused of sexual harassment, unwanted touches. Anna was trying to get a deal made for Sammy in which she would have got $5,000 per episode and got, credit, production credits. Sammy didn't like that. And also the major one. Seems like, Sammy likes to slap the salami in front of a lot of females in the work office. So if these allegations are true, what does that mean to his YouTube channel? Oh, and also brandishing firearms. He's said to be carrying a gun. He's not supposed to. He's a felon. He's made threats and all kinds of stuff. But what does this mean for Sammy? Well, we're going to see, because his numbers are kind of down on his YouTube channel. We found out that through Anna that a lot of these deals have fell through that he was trying to get done. Some of them still might be on the table with his new production team. Who knows? But I venture to say that if all these allegations are proven true, then Sammy's probably potential sponsorship with Viagra is going to probably pretty much be off the table. Maybe that's why he can slap the salami, the little blue pills. Anyways, now let's get on to the second story. Another Gambino, so this time an associate. Well, it looks like that the video that was made a couple of weeks ago about him being a stalker is actually true, because I did verify the video, and here's what I found out. As you can see, Joseph Abruzzo, the clerk court of and comptroller of Palm Beach County. If you type in the name as a guest, Louis Casman, that's what pops up. And then further on, just as recently as 2023, which is about 2 years ago, he was stalking a Erica Cohen. Then in April of 2023, Larry Savades. Now, if anybody don't know who Larry Savades is the big honcho at Misner Country Club, where it's got HOA and all that happy yappy shit. So evidently he's been stalking him, and then back in 2021 in February, he stalks Larry Savades first time. Wow, imagine that.
Giacomo's Consigliere cosplay experience. For the modern internet wise guy who watched 3 documentaries and now thinks he runs Brooklyn. In a world where everybody's grandfather suddenly becomes connected, one man had the courage to buy a black shirt, lean toward the webcam and say, "Let me tell you how it really was." Introducing Giacomo's Consigliere cosplay experience. The internet's #1 destination for recycled mob stories. Exaggerated hand gestures. Suspicious confidence. And emotional damage from YouTube comments. Why spend years in the streets when you could spend 14 minutes on Wikipedia and become the last don of the comment section? At Giacomo's Cosplay Consigliere experience, you'll receive the full package. 1 emotionally overcommitted live stream. 3 references to real greaseball culture. 1 unnecessary story about Sicily. 47 minutes of gatekeeping. A complete psychological collapse. When somebody disagrees in chat, "You don't understand the life, kid. Buddy, you sell bookmarks and yell at avatars?" Tired of actual evidence? Historical nuance? Emotional stability? The Digital Wise Guy Starter Kit includes dark sunglasses indoors, fake tough guy pauses, selective mob history, aggressive nostalgia, broadband internet connection to Little Italy fantasy camp. Tommy Stiggs, before Giacomo, I was a normal human being. Johnny Cantillano. I bought the package and now I point at people during live streams like I'm sentencing somebody at a commission meeting. But wait. Order now and receive the exclusive bonus seminar. How to turn YouTube comments into a federal RICO indictment. Learn how to block people dramatically, how to treat criticism like betrayal, and how to stare into the webcam like you're about to whack a guy named Tommy Two Folders. Remember, folks, on the modern internet, everybody wants to be connected to something, even if that something is a live stream with fake cigar smoke and ring camera energy. Disclaimer. This parody is intended for satire, commentary, criticism, and entertainment purposes only. No statements should be interpreted as factual accusations of criminal conduct. Please do not attempt to become an online consigliere without adult supervision. Giacomo's Consigliere cosplay experience. Because the social club closed, but the Wi-Fi stayed on.
Yeah, I done did a lot of things in my day, I admit it, I don't take back what I say. If I said it, then I meant it. All my life I won a Grammy, but I probably never get it. I ain't never had no trophy or no motherfucking ribbon. Fuck the system, I'm that nigga, bend the law, cut the rules. I'm about to risk it all, I ain't got too much to lose. Y'all been eating long enough, it's my turn to cut the food. Pass the plate, with my drink, this my day. Lucky you, fuck you too, woo! Y'all gotta move, y'all gotta move. Move. Give me some room, give me some room, give me the juice. How about the coupe? How about the coupe? How about the shoot? Y'all gotta move, y'all gotta move. Give me the juice. Back on my bullshit, my back to the wall, turn my back on you, all of you finished. Back to these bullets, it's back to the job, put my Mac out and all of you running. Back on my hood shit, it's back to the pushing, he taxing, I'm actually pumping. Can't fuck with you rappers, you practically sucking. You might have went platinum, but that don't mean nothing. I'm actually buzzing this time. Straight out the kitchen, I told him the oven is mine. I do not fuck with you guys. If I don't kill you, just know you gon' suffer this time. I ain't no gangster, but I got some bangers, some chains and some blazing, a couple of nines. Choppers and jimmies, a partridge, a petri. My 20s and Christmas was nothing but lies. I run at you hot like a sumo. They say I talk like a chulo. I live in Mars, I'm not Bruno. Bitch, I'm a duck, call me Cujo. You play your cards, I reverse on you all, and I might just drop all like a Uno. Cállate boca, my home, they call it Obuto, and all of you culo. Never better to level up in the ghetto, looking for something I probably can never find now. Shit irrelevant till the beat die down. The stupid niggas just really want me tied down. I've been alone and I never needed nobody, just only me and my shotty. I tell these niggas to lie down. Keep all the money, I never wanted a lifestyle. But I pray to God, I'm gonna be all right now. I said ain't no love for the other side or anyone who ever wants smoke. When I die, I'm going out as the underdog who never lost hope. You in the wrong cab, down the wrong path, nigga, wrong way, wrong road. Snakes in the grass, trying to slither fast. I just bought a fucking lawnmower.
I said a lot of things in my day. I admit it, this is payback in a way. I regret it that I did it. I done won a couple Grammys, but I sold my soul to get them. Wasn't in it for the trophies, just the fucking recognition. Fuck's the difference, I'm that cracker, been the law. Fuck the rules, man, I used to risk it all. Now I got too much to lose. I've been eating long enough, man, my stomach should be full. I just ate, lick the plate, my buffet. Lucky me, fuck you think. I got a couple of mentions, still I don't have any manners. You got a couple of ghostwriters, but to these kids it don't actually matter. They're asking me what the fuck happened to hip-hop. I said I don't have any answers, cause I took a nap when I dropped my last album. It hurt me like hell, but I'm back on these rappers. And actually coming from humble beginnings, I'm somewhat uncomfortable winning. I wish I could say what a wonderful feeling. We're on the upswing like we're punching the ceiling, but nothing is feeling like anyone has any fucking ability to even stick to a subject. It's killing me, the inability to pin humility. Why don't we make a bunch of fucking songs about nothing and mumble and bucket? I'm going for the juggler, shit is a circus. You clowns that are coming up don't give an ounce of a motherfucker about the ones that were here before you that made rap. Let's recap, way back, and tease that, recap, gonna take hate decks, hate dats with a G raps. Came back, we need 3 stacks, ASAP, and bring that the ace back. Cause half of these rappers have brain damage. On a lean rapping, face tats served out like tree sap. I don't hate trap, and I don't wanna seem mad, but in fact, what I owe me at the same cat that would take that feedback and aim back. I need that. But I think it's inevitable, they know what button to press and will ever the pull to give me the snap though. And if I paid attention, I'm probably making it bigger, but you've been taking your dicks on a fucking backhoe. On the freaking minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed of minutes and reaping the benefits. I'm asleep at the wheel again as I'm beginning to thinking about an evil intent of another beat, I'm a kill again. Cause even if I got it in a beating a pill again, even ketamine and methamphetamine with a mini-tin, it better be at least 70 or 300 milligram. And I might as well, cause I'ma end up being a villain again. Levels to this shit, I got an elevator. You could never say to me, I'm not a fucking record breaker. I sound like a broken record every time I break a record. Nobody could ever take away the legacy I made. I never cater, motherfucker, never got a right to be this way. I got spiked inside my DNA, but I roll till the wheels fall off. I'm working tirelessly, ayy. It's the moment y'all been waiting for, like California wishing rain and pour, and that drought y'all been praying for. My downfall, from the 8 Mile to the South Pass to the same marshal, that outlaw that they say is a writer might have fell off. I'm back on that bull like the cowboy. So y'all gotta move, yeah, y'all gotta move, yeah, y'all gotta move. Give me some room, give me some room, give me the juice. How about the coupe? How about the coupe? How about the shoot? Y'all gotta move, y'all gotta move. Give me the juice.